look, man, Still Bills, what's the deal, man? Let's talk about this shit, man. Peep game, bro. I'm hearing Canelo Alvarez, he's not number one in the division, man. It's just like, damn, no matter what dude does, they just can't let him, bask in this moment, man. It is. My biggest thing is this: what makes Caleb Plant, Billy Joe Saunders, and Callum Smith lesser than Andre and Charlo? What makes them lesser than? Because Callum Smith and Billy Joe Saunders, especially at 160, has better resumes than the both of them combined. Callum Smith has a better resume than both of them, period. He just got a fucking first round knockout. Was it first or second round? It was either a first or second round knockout, possible knockout of the year at 175. Dude's leg was trembling. He just scores that, but that win isn't a better win of. That isn't a good enough win. He still had. Why is Charlo and Andre the litmus to, like? Why is that the defining moment of greatness for Canelo Alvarez? And we can talk all this shit. The fact that he's already letting it be known. Charlo was up. He's in the scope. And David Benavidez, they're in the scope. He's already let that be known. He's already let that be known, so never mind that fact. Is the fact this shit is just getting ridiculous, man. Skill for skill, Canelo Alvarez has beaten fighters better than those two. Better. We'll stick to Andre and Charlo. Because Benavidez is at 68, and it's wild how this man is not. He's lost his title on the scale. He's lost his belt twice, if I'm not mistaken. The scale and drugs. Boxing isn't just about what you do in the ring and the night that you fight. It's about the discipline that you have outside of it. You dig? You can't get caught, you know what I'm saying, taking ski trips. You can't do it. You can't do it. That goes against what it is. That's accredited to your, or what you do outside of the ring gets a credit to who you are in the ring, your overall legacy. No boxing, no life is a lifestyle. He's in the gym. He fought 4 times in a calendar year and would have been 5 times in a calendar year if the negotiations didn't fall through in September. That's greatness right there. And you got to think, to be able to fight at a high level 4 times in a calendar year. What the fuck is going on with niggas? To be able to do that in 1 calendar year, that's displaying a level of discipline that you have outside of the ring, because it's not like he's blowing up in weight and he has to drop down in weight, spend the majority of his training camp shaving the pounds off instead of working on a game plan and sharpening his tools in training camp. I don't get this, man. I don't get this. But nonetheless, David Benavidez, he still has the best shot at beating Canelo at 168 pounds. But why is it that Charlo and Andre are looked as these juggernauts that didn't get the opportunity, even though Canelo is already putting Charlo on notice? I think he should fight Andre too, but for whatever reason, he doesn't want to fight him. Whatever. But why Charlo? Why is it that he has to go through them in order for his legacy to be cemented, when he's beat better fighters than these dudes? I'm not understanding that. I don't get it. Canelo Alvarez is fighting better competition than these. Danny Jacobs is better than the both of them. Golovkin is better than the both of them. Not even on just accomplishment alone. On skill, what their abilities in the ring is better than them too. They're better than them. What the fuck is wrong with y'all niggas, man? That I'm seeing Fanon said Canelo Alvarez got exposed. My nigga, look, man. Defense isn't just about moving your head. If it was just about moving your head, then there'd be no room for catch and shoots. There's multiple ways to counter. There's multiple ways to defend yourself. Not just moving your head. That isn't the only facet of defense. What in the fuck is wrong with y'all niggas? This is how I know niggas do not be in them. Nobody climb. A lot of these niggas do not climb in between them ropes, man. I don't want to stunt on niggas like I'm this immaculate level boxer, because I am not. I do not have a fight because I don't want to shave my facial hair. I have the skill to fight. I just can't part without my beard. But I've been through I've been put in the blender to hone whatever skills that it is that I have. These niggas do not climb in between them ropes. It's a different ball game when you get in between them ropes. You gain a better perspective on the sport when you do that. It's easy to say somebody got exposed. Listen, man, you're gonna get punched in boxing. Floyd got punched in boxing. Floyd has had his head snapped back in boxing. Did that mean he was exposed in the fight? No. Roy Jones got dropped by a nigga. When Roy Jones was in his bag, he got dropped by Lou DeVoe, Badu Jack's ex-trainer. Does that make Roy, is he exposed for that? Like, niggas is just supposed to go in there and just have a flawless victory. You have to adjust to somebody's timing. You're gonna eat a few shots before you start to see the shots coming. You have to take a few on the chin to see, all right, I don't like that. To heighten your awareness of that shot is coming. Caleb Plant has fast hands and a good jab. And are we just gonna disregard the round where Canelo was walking the dude down with his hands down and slipping all of the... No, that doesn't get talked about. Pressure fighters, come forward fighters, they're not just slipping and moving their head. They're catching the punches on the glove, on the arm to shoot the shot back. Mike Tyson had impeccable defense. As incredible as his head movement was, it was also him catching shots on the glove to shoot the shot back. That's what pressure fighters do. That's how it goes. Take a few shots, slip it. You're not about to slip 6 and 7 punch combinations. It is not gonna happen. That one incredible knockout that Mike Tyson has where he's slipping the dude's punches and he counters him with the left hook over the top, he ate a few. He ate a few. Whether they were flush or on the glove, the fact of the matter is the punch connected on him. What the fuck makes you think that you are just not supposed to get hit in championship bouts? You're not supposed to take it. This is incredible, dog, like how niggas think. It's ridiculous. The level of delusion that these dudes, you can be a detractor of Canelo and still live, operate within a realm of reality, dog. I'm not mad at people who say I'm not a fan of Canelo. I get it. He's done some gang goofy shit. He honestly has. I think a lot of it, by and large, was due to Oscar De La Hoya. I most definitely do agree. I think that. Has he had some questionable wins? Absolutely he has. You can have your gripes with Canelo, bro, but it gets to a point where it's just goddamn ridiculous. He was exposed by a knockout victory. A knockout victory. You do, if you can't, if I don't have to respect your power, if I don't respect your power, I'm not gonna slip. I'm not gonna be as elusive as I'm prone to being, because I can eat the shot. I'm not worried about getting hurt. I'm not worried about getting dropped and stopped. Nobody said Tank Davis defense. Niggas was not saying. The cats who pushed this narrative to hate on Canelo, none of them said anything about all the shots that Tank Davis was eating from Leo Santa Cruz to put him in position to comfortably land that uppercut. Nobody said nothing. At least nobody who was, who's pro PBC, nobody said nothing. Nobody said nothing. Nothing. It was radio silent. When Tank Davis walked that nigga down and was eating heather, like his eye was puffed. His eye was swollen after that fight. But it got him the knockout. It got him the knockout. None of them niggas said anything about his defense. None of them said anything about him looking exposed. I don't recall that. Canelo Alvarez is exposed with Caleb Plant in a fight that he knocked that man out in. But Errol Spence willingly fought Shawn Porter the way that he fought him. Willingly. Shawn Porter had that man looking like a deer in the fucking headlights. Took his jab away from him, spun him, came in low, neutralized a lot of Errol Spence's attributes and forced him into a dogfight. He persevered. He persevered. He wasn't exposed though. The same nigga who was saying Canelo Alvarez was exposed against Caleb Plant said Errol Spence chose to fight like that. Get the fuck out of here. Delusion, man. Delusion. Canelo Alvarez isn't the #1 fighter in the division, despite having everything that says you are the #1 fighter in the division. He's not the #1 fighter in the division. David Benavidez is. No belt. Little to no discipline outside of the ring. Lost the belt, lost the title twice. Lost it twice. Lost it twice. But he's the man in the division? As opposed to a disciplined fighter who has all of the belts. Think about what it is y'all are saying, man. Think about this. How asinine this is, man. Spence didn't look exposed. Spence chose to fight like that, but Canelo got exposed. This is what we're doing. All money ain't good money, man. Like that's, you can't tell a nigga you gotta keep it real, and y'all doing this shit. Man, you gotta keep that shit real. You not keeping it real. I don't fuck with you because you gonna keep that shit real. You niggas is not keeping it real. Y'all just not. You can't sit here and tell me Canelo Alvarez got exposed by Caleb Plant because he ate a few jabs. He ate some good jabs. Caleb Plant has a good jab, a fast jab. And the biggest takeaway from it is this: Canelo had to go out and find him. Same with Billy Joe Saunders. He had to go find them niggas. They wasn't there for him to be. They wasn't there for to be hit by him. He had to go find them. That's the biggest takeaway from this. It's not easy to pin them dudes on the rope. He had to go out and find them. And now that he went out and find them, he's exposed. Because he knew you don't have the power for me to, you don't have power for me to respect, so I don't really have to heighten my level of defense that much to get to you. You're placing yourself on the rope. I'm placing you on the rope as well. I'm doing this. And I walked through a little bit of Ring of Fire to find you. You'll land a few jabs. Nothing significant though. That's exposed to these niggas. He was exposed because of that. Wow. I'll walk through the fire, whatever little fire you got to offer, to get a shot off. I'll do that. I have no issues with doing that. You dudes are some weirdos, bro. Like some legitimate weirdos. It takes a really, really creative individual to spin shit like this. Cause this is outrageous. This is outrageous. Let that man enjoy Undisputed. Let him enjoy Undisputed. Without y'all doing this dumb shit. Because the fighter you want him to fight ain't trying to as much as unify. Jesus fucking Christ, man. I'm going in the house. Y'all niggas make my head hurt.